Hey guys, so this video is going to be a shout out to some people that I know and that you've heard me talk about before. And it's going to be about something that I haven't really given a whole lot of thought myself. Typically I don't, mess with things like this too much. But I'm going to mess with it today. So, okay, I'm just going to use this as an example because she's a really good example of this. Well, you know what, never mind, no I won't, because I don't have her permission. But anyway, a lot of new business owners, by the way guys, I can't take full credit for this. Some of this I do know a lot from just experience, but then again I did hear a lot of this from Matt Lloyd, so it's not all me. But anyway, a lot of new business owners tend to have to do everything themselves, and I definitely know that from my friends and acquaintances that have businesses. They definitely have done a lot themselves, and that was it. Sometimes it's just you are you and that is it. That's all you have. But you're not going to go very far if it's just you, and a lot of people actually want it that way. And I recently wrote a blog post about it, and some people just don't want to let go of that control. Some people don't know what else to do. Some people aren't comfortable enough outsourcing parts of the business they don't need to do all their own. They don't want to, they wouldn't like to think that they like to think that they could do better. They want to believe that they have everything under control, it's all theirs, 100% theirs, and that's not gonna happen. I mean, you're not gonna scale up to it's not healthy, is what I'm saying. It's not healthy business-wise, and it's certainly not going to be healthy for you. And people don't, if you think about outsourcing, a lot of people do outsource way too much. Some people have no idea what's going on in their own company. Technically, their name is on everything and they own it, but they're not doing any work. That I disagree with completely. But I don't think people need to run themselves into the ground. And if you're one person and you realize that, and you are so control crazy that you can't let someone do something else to help you, and also you're not going to know everything. You're not, okay? You're not going to be good at everything. I don't care if you've been building this for 6 years. You're not going to be good at everything. If you have something that you need to code, you need someone to help you with coding, and you don't do that because you think you can learn yourself and you haven't the slightest clue how to do that, yeah, you're screwed, okay? You just are. And if you're doing everything yourself all the time, then you're just slave to it, okay? You are, because you're doing everything. That business is running you, and then that's not a business, that's a job. You then have a job. You don't have a business, and you don't have a system that works for you because you work constantly for the system. And that's probably the thing that most people want to avoid. That's not what most people go into business for. And I love hard work. I do. I like long hours. And that's my choice. And a lot of people do, But, I don't think that I would handle every single thing, because I know there are people who could probably do it better than me. And that could get me farther. So while you want to keep up to date on everything that's going on that you outsource, you don't need to be the person doing it. Don't disconnect from everything, but you don't need to do everything. You're one person, and you need to be able to let some of that control go to be able to grow. And I know people that have a really hard time doing that. And I don't know if it's a control thing or if they're just not comfortable outsourcing. So honestly, I wouldn't be that comfortable outsourcing being new at something. I certainly wouldn't be comfortable outsourcing. And like I said, sometimes you are you and that is it. And for a while that's okay, but it's not a long-term place you want to be. And you need to learn how to effectively outsource things, because if you don't, you're just going to burn yourself in the ground and it will crash and burn, and you will not have achieved anything except for a new job. So you don't want to do that. I don't want you to do that. But you don't need to be, all 100 of your employees This one lady I know, actually, she has her own little shop, and she doesn't do everything. She doesn't run, I mean, she's there, and she does run it from time to time, but she doesn't have to run a specific area in her business. She doesn't have to. And that has actually helped out a lot, because she doesn't have to be there 24/7 to run that, because she has people that she likes, trusts, and knows to do that. And that's the part that people really do struggle with, I think, is getting someone that they think can do a better job, or they trust to take over that part, because they feel like either they can do better, or, like I said, it could be a control thing, or just the fact that they don't want anything to happen or go wrong that they can't fix later. And especially if it's an area you don't understand, because then if they do mess it up, you can't fix it. But then that's why you need to learn how to do this correctly. You know, if you're going to outsource, you need to learn how to do it right. And so that's where I come in. That's where I start kind of pushing people. So I'm going to leave a link in the description for you to check out if this resonates with you at all. And let me know what you think about it, because I'd really like to hear some feedback. But actually, I'm going to use this other person for an example that I know. There's this super popular pizza restaurant here. I mean, it is awesome. It's really good. And the family has been running it pretty much since, you know, it was born. And it's really good, and they're really successful, but they pretty much run the whole thing, and they do have family that helps do that, okay? So the founders don't do everything, but they do have people that can take over a little bit of it, and I'm pretty sure that's family, but still, my point is that they don't run themselves in the ground trying to handle everything. And in a restaurant, you can't do that anyway. So, you know, that's probably not the best example, but that's just saying that, you know, even things like, you know, pizza places can outsource. But, yeah, like, if you have a lot of places you have to travel to check out, or if you have to, you know, do a lot of something that you're not the best at, and if it's causing problems and slowing down productivity, definitely outsource that, because I would not want to have an area that needs to be taken care of well, and that needs to be understood well, and then I don't understand it, and that's left to me. That's not what I would want at all. That actually would be kind of a nightmare, because then that area would be neglected and nothing would get done. So, like I said, I'm going to leave a link in the description that will teach you all about effective outsourcing. It's really good. So check it out and let me know what you think, and I will see you in my next video.